I know this is kind of like, I cannot believe we're starting with WNBA. Very surprising that that's the first story.
Very DEI.
I'm telling you, I'm going
right
with
now?
it because of what's going on. Rob, can you play a clip? So here's what happened. I want to give you some stats here, folks, for you to realize. So Caitlin Clark is on display. Rob, if you go on Twitter, it's even better because she's commenting on it. Just go to my Twitter account. And if you go to the Twitter account and go below, there's a video. Angel Reese is playing against Caitlin Clark, okay? They have this big game going on. Neither one of them are the best teams in the league, but she gets fouled. Caitlin Clark does. And this is how Angel Reese, who she became a champion, by the way, in college. I think she won the championship. Caitlin Clark in the championship.
Exactly, 2 years ago.
However, for whatever reason, the audience likes watching Caitlin more because she's more exciting than Angel. But watch what she says after the way she fouls Caitlin Clark. Go ahead and play this clip.
For inside, I mean, I think we were playing really hard. I think we went up really strong a lot of times, and we didn't get a lot of calls. And going back and looking at the film, I've seen a lot of calls that weren't made. I guess some people got a special whistle, but just being able to for inside.
Okay, so that's the way she reacts to it. Now, you know what Caitlin Clark said when she got fouled this hard and she got interviewed afterwards? Rob, I sent you the clip. Not this one. I sent you a clip on text. If you can just look that up. And I believe it is the first one or the second one. Let me see which one it is. One of the two where she's being asked the question, hey, how do you feel about the way that you were, that's the one right there. Can you play that clip? Okay, watch this, folks. She's asked about the foul. Look how different the response is. Go for it.
Foul by Angel Reese. What's going through your mind and how you just stay within yourself to finish the game?
What's going through my mind is I need to make these 2 free throws. That's all I'm thinking about. It's just a part of basketball. It is what it is.
Listen.
Trying to make a play on the ball and get the block. But yeah, I mean, it happens. And those free throws, when you have to shoot them with nobody at the line, are kind of hard. So it's a little different than having people at the line. So I was just trying to focus on making those.
What an attractive personality on the way she gives the answer. Yeah. No victim. Rob, can you play the other clip at the bottom that I texted you as well? In that text, there's 2 clips. Play the one at the bottom if you could. We like winners who take responsibility and they don't act like victims. There's something in the marketplace that is attractive. Now watch this one here, Rob. This is Angel Reese. Watch this clip. She says the following. Go ahead and play it. She needs a lot of attention. Go ahead.
Yeah, the reason why we watching women's basketball is not just because of one person. It's because of me too, and I want y'all to realize that. Like, it's not just because of one person. A lot of...
Boom, what a move. Okay, so the average WNBA viewership, game, 7,300 in attendance, okay? The average Angel Reese game is 10,100, 10,200. They come to watch her. You know what the average attendance is when Caitlin Clark plays home or the road?
What?
15,300,
wow.
Okay? 15,300. Do you know what Caitlin Clark just got the contract from Nike?
Nike.
You know what the contract is?
I want to say it's $3 million a year for 8 to 10 years. It's almost $30 million, something like that.
Right there. Look at this. Caitlin Clark gets 15,591 fans in attendance, 105% increase compared to the average game is 76.45. And to Angel Reese, it's only 10,000 people. Can you pull up what Caitlin Clark just got? What is the Nike contract with Caitlin Clark? Nike contract, $28 million is what the contract is. Okay? This is WNBA is paying Caitlin Clark $28 million. Good for freaking you. By the way, that day when they played against each other, Caitlin Clark's team won the Fever. Tom, thoughts on this story with Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese?
I think there's some people, first of all, I think it's jealousy. I don't want to get in, there's a lot of articles out there that are using the R word and talking about this. I think it is pure, unadulterated jealousy. And the last clip from Angel Reese, they're watching me too. They're watching me too. It's like she's begging us to believe in her validation. Whereas the numbers, words talk, Angel, numbers scream, and the numbers are screaming that the fans are coming for her. But I want to point something else out. When Tiger Woods came up, I think the day he turned pro, Rob, I think it was a $40 million Nike contract the day Tiger turned pro. And in the years that followed, the purses in basketball, there it is, 5-year, $40 million deal as a young phenom. Nike knows how to do this. And Tiger drove the total purses in PGA up. Why? Because he brought eyeballs to TV. TV sold those eyeballs to financial services company, auto companies, high-end companies, all that wanted to sponsor it. And guess what happened to the total purse? And the total purse is the money that goes to the players. It went up. And suddenly, guys finishing in the top 10 of a golf tournament were making as much as they were 5 years prior to win a tournament. And so people need to see, I think history is repeating itself, and Caitlin Clark could be raising the tide and lifting all boats. And I think Angel Reese needs to take a pill because there is a great opportunity here, and I think jealousy is reigning supreme here.
Vinny.
I think I don't think the WNBA is ready for this type of attention that she's bringing to them. That attitude. There was another player that was crying after a regular season game, and you said the R word, Tom. I don't know why you were like blocking it. Racism. Everybody's talking about, like Stephen A. Smith. Stephen A. Smith, which we'll get into, Pat, after we go. He's just going on these panels and going, you know what? First he's bashing Trump, and then he goes into Caitlin Clark, and she's everything about her is white, and he's going on these anti-white race things about her and how black personalities would be more successful if they were white. It's unattractive. It's making this victimhood mentality.
Which clip is it? Is it that clip? Is it that one?
Is this the one, Robbie? I think. Well, this is one, and then the other one is beneath it. Like he goes on. I think the one at the bottom is the one about Trump, and is that the one, Tom? Yeah, go up. No, that one right there. I think that's it.
Go ahead,
young lady, and she's been a magnet in a way that has benefited the league in ways that others have not, even though their efforts have been worthy and deserving of being as celebrated, if not even more celebrated. And it's a reminder that no matter how far we believe that we have advanced as a society, there's still such a long way to go. Because in the end,
look, this guy's embarrassing, bro.
You're bright, you're right, and as a result, the shine comes your way in the eyes of a lot of people in America.
Yeah, it's race baiting rhetoric that's adding fuel to a fire. It's like enough with the racist BS. She's nasty. She knows how to ball. Everybody else is jealous. They're pissed off because she's getting this. It's ridiculous, and we're never going to advance as a species. And we're never if he keeps having that type of attitude. It's ridiculous. It's like what? Everything has to go back to race. Everything has to keep going back to race. She's really good. Let it be that. And the other players should shut the hell up. Nobody was talking about your league. Nobody cared about the WNBA until that girl, Caitlin Clark, I don't care what color she is. She's ridiculous. She's nasty. And now people are watching, and you guys are talking shit about her. Like, what are you guys doing? They're sabotaging the whole thing. She should leave. She should have got those other contracts, Pat. Where does she have a contract to go somewhere else? Big Three. She should have gone to the Big Three. To hell with the WNBA. They're nothing. They're nobody. Nobody's watching.
They lost $50 million. The WNBA lost $50 million. The only reason they make it is because the NBA kind of gives money to them to help them out. It's a lost cause every year. It's a political DEI thing. However, there is an argument for what Bill Maher just said to Charlemagne. Go ahead and play this clip. Watch this here. This is the complete opposite of what Stephen A. said. Go ahead.
But you don't think it's a problem that this young woman, there's so many examples where, black people are very marketable.
Well, ask yourself
and
this.
She seems to have been indoctrinated into this. They don't see it as marketable, so it doesn't matter how hard I work.
Well,
I don't think that's accurate or healthy. When people come into the league and they're like the biggest thing in college, isn't that a big deal?
No, because Asia Wilson was the biggest thing when she came out of South Carolina. That's where I'm from. So she was one of the biggest things when she came out of South Carolina, number one draft pick. And she didn't get all of that. So what do you attribute that to?
You're saying that's racism.
No, I'm not saying it's racist. I'm just saying that I think Asia Wilson has a point. And I think sometimes when, black women say certain things, we should listen, especially her, because I'm not in her shoes.
I don't know. But why was Serena Williams such a big star? Because people like that. They didn't not watch her because she was black, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Weird.
So where are we with this?
I don't know. I'm just sitting back observing the conversation,
Come on, man. That's not what you're doing.
You're in the conversation.
That's right.
I'm not a woman.
You're in this conversation.
Well, they hate her because she's white, she's straight, and more importantly, she's better than everybody else. Period. End of story.
Adam.
It's like ridiculous.
I find it so ironic that on the day that the Boston Celtics just won their record 18th championship, just outlasted the Dallas Mavericks with the most DEI team in the league. Dallas Mavericks, we all know that. Shout out to Mark Cuban, right? The most white players in the league in a black man's game. That we're talking about the WNBA. This is pretty wild, but this is where we're at today. Congratulations to the Celtics. But Caitlin Clark, I guess technically, is not the best player in the league. Why am I watching WNBA stats? Because I want to hate on the WNBA as much as possible because they're a zombie company that is losing money, which I'll touch on in a second. Here's the reality. Antonio Brown, friend of the show, he came out and said that the WNBA is...
I don't know if it's a friend. I think it's a parody what you're saying, but keep going.
He's been on the show.
Yeah.
Shout out to AB. He says that it's a charity case for lesbians. And the reality is the WNBA is hemorrhaging money. You just said $50 million this year. It's a zombie company. Name another company that just loses money. And we're like, yeah, let's keep talking about this company for the last 25 years. Let the company fail. But because of DEI and feminism, they're going to keep this company alive. There he goes. It's a charity case for lesbians. I actually had to go do the research and, simple Google search. It says, what percentage of WNBA players are lesbian? Not that there's anything wrong with that. No. Shout out to Seinfeld. 40% at least. So when he says that it's a charity case for lesbians, now there's another player out there. Her name was... Candace Wiggins, she played for Stanford. She claims that she was bullied by WNBA players. There she is right there. And she says she was bullied because she's straight. And she says that 98% of the league is lesbians. Not that there's anything wrong with that, except for when you're picking on people because of their sex, because of their color, because of their race. I mean, it's the antithesis of how we should be treating people. And, essentially what it is a bunch of angry black lesbians mad at this woman, Caitlin Clark, for doing her thing. Doing her thing. She's got the money. The reality is this, Angel Reese and whatever other players are in the WNBA, without Caitlin Clark, we wouldn't be talking about your league.
Period.
I fully agree that they should let this league fail. It's a zombie league, but they're not making money.
Works. That's not how capitalism works.
The NBA pays their salary.
Yeah. By the way, Candace Wiggins, if you see this, what a great birthday you have. February 14th. I know another person born on that day, which is my wife. So
beautiful woman.
Happy Valentine's Day. Okay. Here's what I would say. This is how capitalism works. You in capitalism can trash WNBA as much as you want. And you should. Okay. That's, you have an opinion. You can say, we went to a restaurant the other day, Catch, Beverly Hills. I used to love it. The service, horrible. Absolutely horrible. I will never go back to the Catch in Beverly Hills ever again.
You got to talk to Eugene.
And we went to, by the way, shout out to Catch in New York. You're fantastic. Shout out to Cut in Beverly Hills with Wolfgang Puck, who stopped by 2 times, came and spoke to us. Yep. Great conversation, great experience. That's how capitalism works. Somebody can say, I hate the PBD podcast for the following reason. Some may say, I love the PBD podcast. We don't get to say, well, Joe Rogan is number 1 and we are important too, because that's not how podcast and competition works. You know who tells you you're good? The flipping market tells you you're good. By the way, you know when's the last time I watched a WNBA game? Never. Till today. I've still not watched a WNBA game. But do you know what I'm for? Let me tell you what I'm for. So Tiger Woods, he changed the game in golf, right? And I think he talked about Serena. Serena changed the game. Did you see the feedback Serena gave to Caitlin? Did you see what Serena told her? Serena told Caitlin Clark, I freaking love this, that there's no race involved. And Serena is black, okay? So here's what Serena Williams said to Caitlin Clark. No matter what other people do, if people are negative, then it's because they can't do what you do.
Bingo.
Good for you to say something like that, right? Hopefully she'll continue to do what she's doing. This is a GOAT. African-American women who they can't tell her what to say, because even in an interview with Jimmy Kimmel or David Letterman many years ago, she said, what would happen if you played a man against Andy Murray? It's not the same. He would beat me 6-0, 6-0, 6-0 in 10 minutes, maybe 30 minutes, right? Yeah. You can't force her to say what's the right political thing to say. Now, here's the other part to be thinking about with this.
Yes, sir.
Tiger Woods. Do you know what percentage he's black?
Half. Tiger
Can
Woods.
you type up what percentage?
He's Blasian. He's Blasian. His dad's black. His mom's
What
Asian.
percentage Tiger Woods is black? Okay.
And you can also look up the word he invented for his race.
Okay, so check this out. Do you know, I had no clue, and I was forced to do this. Woods said nothing to clarify his ancestral rule. For the record, he is 1/4 Thai, 1/4 Chinese, 1/4 Caucasian, 1/8 African American, and 1/8 Native American. You know what's 1/8? 12.5%. So here's the point. You celebrated Tigers, but none of us even knew. The first time I ever knew about this, I knew he wasn't 100% black, but I even watched a documentary. I love the way Tiger plays. I have his best card. I'm a Tiger guy. But I was forced to do this because of this Caitlin Clark situation. No one cares what skin color you are. You know what America loves? Let me break it down for you. We absolutely love one thing. You know what it is? Underdogs. Caitlin Clark is an underdog. We don't care if it's WNBA. We don't care if it's the UFC and they said, Dana, you'll never make it. We don't care if it's a presidential candidate. We don't care if it's a comedian. We don't care if it's a businessman. We don't care if it's a podcaster. We don't care if it's a fighter. We don't care if it's anything. We don't care about your color. We don't care if you're married, single, divorced. We don't care about anything. We love humble underdogs. We just do. We love an underdog that comes in, that's got a fight, that wants to go out there and do it. And Caitlin Clark's doing it. And she's getting all these eyeballs. And I'm so happy for her to get the $28 flipping million. Stephen A., you're better than this, man. You know, we're brothers. We talk all the time. Dude, this ain't about the color situation that's taking place. This is a girl that came in and garnered more attention than others in the game. That's what happened. It's that simple. When you came to ESPN and you went through the times that you had your setbacks with your job and all this stuff, you're the face in your sport. You are number one. I watch you. Listen, I watch you. I don't watch anybody. The sporting side, I like. Who's the other guy calling?
The football, the punter?
Is it
the what?
Coward something?
Colin Coward. Colin Coward.
Colin Coward.
I like him. I like Stephen A.
Hurd.
And McAfee once,
I don't watch McAfee, not because he's not good.
Yeah.
I just like Colin and I like Stephen A.
Yeah.
You know, and by the way, recently I like what Sharp's doing, but, you know, more from a different kind of a standpoint. But guess what? To me, number one, the GOAT is who? Stephen A.
100%.
I don't even think about what color Stephen A. is to say that. He's just the best. He's the GOAT. So in a space like this, when it comes down to capitalism, this is why you got to love it. Capitalism doesn't care about your background. Here's what we're doing. At the Comedy Club, $59.90 live, we and our staff will be watching the debate, and we'll do a podcast at night. The debate is at 9 o'clock, 9 to 10:30. So we're talking about 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We will probably start at 8:30 and go till about 11:30 and comment on it. And there's going to be an audience there of our teammates, and family and friends will be there as well. However, for the first 50 people that purchase $300 worth of merch, we will give you 2 tickets to come and attend the event with us.
Sick.
And people that purchase the $300 worth of merch, priority for seats will be based on first come, first serve.
So if you like this clip and you want to watch another one, click right here. And if you want to watch the entire podcast, click right here.